to, you know, cut to it if you want to see how I did these braids, and just keep on watching. So I'm just starting off with my hair freshly blow dried. Then I'm going to take my rat tail comb and part my hair in how I want the braids to fall. So I want my braids to have a side part, so I'm just parting it on the side and then brushing everything out. After giving my hair a side part, I'm just going to part my hair ear to ear, creating 2 sections because each section is going to fall on each side of my head, while the biggest section in the back is going to just go straight back. So after you created the 2 sections in the front, you're going to have a big section in the back. So now you're just going to part your first row of braids, which will look a little something like this, not too thin and not too thick. So these are the packs of hair I use. They're both 100% Kanekalon, but with this pack I thought it was going to be longer, when in reality it was just the same pack. It was just the same length as the other hair. So yeah, they ended up being both the same length, which I was kind of upset about, but it's whatever. So now I'm just going to show you me doing the front part of my hair, which is the same as just the back. I just wanted to show the front because it will be quicker. So basically, you just take any edge control and just gel your roots to get all the flyaways into the braid. So you just want to brush everything into place. Now I'm taking my Got To Be Glued and just styling my edges. Since this is the front part of my hair, I do not use the Got To Be Glued on the back section of my braids. Now, after my edges are done, listen very carefully to this next step because it is the most important. So you're going to take about a thick size portion of hair. If you want your braids the same size as me, you're going to take a very skinny piece of hair and set it to the side. Then you're going to take another piece of hair, which is about half the other section, and you're going to end up with 2 pieces, one smaller than the other. So then you're going to take the smaller one and connect it to the bigger one, just like this. So now the bigger one should be connected to the smaller one. So then you're going to take the smaller one and connect it to each other. So now you're just going to have 3 pieces. So you see what I'm doing here? 1, 2, 3 pieces. So yeah, now I'm going to show you how to grip it so you can grip it to your hair. So you're going to take your fingers, connect it to the root of the braid. Then you're going to take the 2 skinny pieces that you made as one, and you're going to put it on top of your hair. So you're going to grip your hair very tight so there's no flyaways. Put the skinny piece of braiding hair onto your real hair. Then once you do that, you're going to start to braid. And after you start to braid, you're going to want to pull your hair as tight as possible so your braids won't be slipping out your head. Then you're going to braid underneath. So you see how I'm pulling the braids under the middle piece and not over the middle piece? Yes, this is very important because if you pull the braids over the middle piece, your braids will look ridiculous. So now you're just going to start to braid down, and once you start to braid down, you're going to take your real hair, split in half, and add 1/2 of your real hair to one of the braiding pieces. Then you're just going to finish the braid. And if you want your braids as long as mine, which is all the way down to my butt, and I'm 6 feet, but I don't really think none of y'all are my height, you're going to take that extra piece of hair and connect it to the braid. So you're going to take it and then make sure it's aligned with the 2 pieces on each end, pull it very tight, and then just finish braiding. If you do not want your braids as long as mine, you can skip the first step, which was taking a skinny piece of braiding hair and saving it for later. So as you see, that skinny piece of braiding hair has extended the braid to make it longer, because if I wouldn't have used the skinny piece, then my braids would have came out a lot shorter. So now, after you have continued the braid for a little bit, you're going to take half of or a piece of the hair from the skinny piece that we added and add it to one of the braiding pieces that did not have any hair at all. So then once you do that, you're just going to continue the braid as normal. Now that you finished braiding, this is what your entire braid should look like, nice and neat. I'm going to go over it again, so if you missed it the first time, pay close attention. You're going to take your edge control, smooth the roots. Then you're going to take your braiding hair, take the middle piece, grip it to your hair. So the middle piece of braiding hair should be aligned with your real hair, leaving a braiding hair on each end. Then you're gonna take either the left or the right one and braid under your real hair. You're gonna braid under your real hair. Then you're gonna grip the braiding hair that has your hair in it very tight. Once you grip it tight, you're gonna start continuing the braid. Once you continue the braid, a couple, like about an inch or inch and a half, you're gonna take your real hair, split it in half, take one of the halves and add it to another braiding hair. And you do this because this allows the braid to not slip out of your hair. So now that your hair is connected to another braiding piece, you're just going to continue the braid by going under. Each left and right piece will go under the middle piece. So you see what I'm doing here? Yes. So now you're going to take that extra strand of hair that you left out in the beginning, connect it to the left and right end braiding pieces, and then you're going to pull very tight and continue your braid. Once you continue it good enough to make sure that the extra braiding piece is locked in the braid, you're going to split a section in half and add it to the piece with no hair. Now that you've completed all your box braids, you want to take some scissors and trim away the strands that are sticking out of the braid. Then once you're done with that, you just want to get a pot of boiling water, stick your braids in it, and then you're good to go. Alright y'all, if y'all made it this far, thank you so much. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, be sure to leave it down below. And if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. And before you leave, hit that subscribe button. Bye.